Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Space to maneuver at the 40, and he takes it all the way up to the 47. That good for 22 and a first down. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercise before this one, and they're paying off.
He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Melvin Gordon, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have taken the early lead.
Lining up for the extra point.
Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11 at the 41. From the gun, it's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Here's Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And they finally put an end to this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know, some big guy, we're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun. Huntley able to get this to Gordon. Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up third down. And they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
On third down, Huntley. This is the tight end fan. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up fourth down.
The Bronco field goal. A 52-yard attempt.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the lead moves to 10-zip. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's taken in by Duvernay. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards, the final tally.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
It's a pickup of
just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
To throw again on second down. Jackson, he lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Marquise Brown, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. To throw on second down. Huntley. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Trey Flowers. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
It's now third down.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Off play action. Huntley. And he's going to go down again.
Quarterback sack.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. Third and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
J.K. Dobbins.
An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
Down, Baltimore.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. An option handoff here to Dobbins. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line.
Brought down at the
Tackle by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Jackson from the shotgun. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. From the gun, Jackson. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Intended for Martin.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. He may try and run for this. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Baltimore.
Jackson going to run. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
They'll try to run with Dobbins. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. And that makes it 14-10.
Makes the score Ravens 14, Broncos 10. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, they'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Gordon. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
And 10 at the 35-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Huntley, and he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Patrick Queen coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
3rd down.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd.
26 Mike. Let's make it happen. It's the time.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now, standing just outside his own goal line. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Take it at the 37. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. On third down, Jackson. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. On 4th down, here's the option. Going quickly out to the right side. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Here's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw again is Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle.
Makes the score.
So it's not an NFL record, but it's not far off. That'll go in the books as a 61-yard field goal.
And wasn't it weird to see a guy line up for a field goal on the other side of midfield? The ball got halfway there, and you thought, no way is that going to make it. But it just kept carrying, and he winds up sneaking it right over the bar.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, That doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. Forced out to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Von Miller, he was the one getting in there, able to wreak his usual havoc. Following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. Steps away to his left. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Yard attempt.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. The Ravens send their punter out now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And the punt kicks out of bounds, and they will spot it right at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Their defense just came up with a stop right out of the locker room, and now can the offense take advantage?
Yeah, we don't want to turn.
There goes Melvin Gordon. 30, the 20, 10, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Melvin Gordon with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. McManus now for the extra point. And he gets it to go, and we're all even. 17 apiece.
That ties the game at 17. Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. Open man is Duvernay. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards on the play, first down. You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we've seen both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze the throwing the way we should have. And I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again. Jackson. It's complete to Brown, right side. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
To throw is Jackson. To throw on 3rd down. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Ravens first down.
Jackson throwing once more. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Jackson's
a gain of 6 there on first.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him. Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a 4th down. And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete.
4th down.
So they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt, and they're going for it on 4th down. Again, Jackson. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
At the 39-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. From the gun, Huntley. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
At the 44-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Huntley. He's got his big tight end, Fant. 3 yards the gain there, second down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for first. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Broncos on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
They're going to run. This is Gordon. Melvin Gordon unable to push his way forward. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We'll see if they can grab the lead. Either way, what a job their defense did to force the turnover on downs to set up this opportunity. Now a throw here to his running back. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it second down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
3rd down and 3 yards.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This time it's 3rd and 3. Jackson now. And that's complete. Albert Okuebunam. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. Play action. It's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Well, we know he has pretty good hands on display there. In fact, he only needed one of them.
Yeah, nowadays, all these receivers work on this, right? They do the one-handed catches off the machine in practice. They do it with their quarterbacks. They do it contested, uncontested. They make it part of their repertoire.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
The 39-yard line.
This is Gordon. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 11 yards there, first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. On the counter, here's Gordon. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Huntley. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's 3rd down.
Marcus Peters on the coverage.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
56 to Mike. 56 to Mike.
From the gun, Huntley buying time to his left. And that is incomplete. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Off the play fake. Huntley. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like
like he had it and dropped it. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. So obviously that one really hurts not to be able to convert. But this one's not over yet, Charles. Look at the clock, and then also 2 timeouts still left for him.
And if I'm coaching the defense, I think I'm going all out. And what I mean by that is nothing but pressure packages going at them. I'm going to force them on offense to kind of gamble a little bit because I will leave openings. Right? You can sting me, but how often will they want to do that? They're going to want to run the ball and bleed the clock. I'm going after them, hoping to make a big play.
And in a sense, 3 timeouts with that 2-minute warning looming.
Great note right there because it was the 2 timeouts. They get a 3rd one back. They still have a chance.
From just shy of midfield, Jackson throwing the out route incomplete. It's Brown. He is out of bounds inside the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
First down, Baltimore.
Play action. Now Jackson. Flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll get the first down. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run with Dobbins. And the Ravens are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. They'll get 6 on the play, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 2nd and goal now as they look for that final dagger. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year, as the Ravens push further out in front.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
56 to Mike. 56 to Mike. Switch up, switch up.
To throw on 2nd down, Huntley. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
56, the mark, boys. 56. Check 56. It's our field. It's our field.
Huntley to throw. And the pressure gets to him again.
Quarterback taken down.
And twice in a row, the quarterback goes down. This offense needs 2 scores, not giving up 2 sacks.
Brings up 4th down.
Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes.
53 is the mark. 50 report.
They'll start with a quick throw complete out to the right. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 41-yard line. Today's final.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Baltimore, it'll be a .500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for Denver, they also will exit this one at 2-2. And fortunately for them, they'll have the early bye next week as they return to action in Week 6. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gauton. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.